This is the Meeting Owl Pro, an all-in-one video and audio conferencing system. The Owl has a full HD 360-degree camera with voice tracking. This means that your participants online will be able to see those in the room who are speaking around the device, while the Owl will also be able to track and focus on those in the room who are talking. If you have more than one person talking at once, no worries. The Owl can detect multiple people and display up to 3 separate speakers online. So it's perfect for capturing those in-class conversations between teachers and students. With a 5.5 meter audio pickup around the device, this Meeting Owl also has a 360-degree microphone and speaker built inside of it, making it a very powerful piece of kit for the concurrent classroom. Also, 2 Meeting Owls can be paired together via Bluetooth to give you more audio and video coverage of larger classrooms. Now, while the device is portable, it does need to be plugged into a power source to operate. So with that, let's take a look at how to set this up. So here we have the Meeting Owl. At the top, we have the 360 camera, which we'll see all around the classroom. And around the edges is built-in speakers and microphones. Again, this is 360 audio and sound. Down the bottom, we have volume up and down controls, as well as a mute and unmute button, and the power on button as well down the bottom. We'll be plugging our AC power and our micro USB into the bottom here. So first we'll take our AC power cord and plug it into the AC power input down the bottom. Then next we need to plug in our USB cable. So we'll take our micro USB end on the provided cable and plug it into the micro USB port there. Then we're going to take our USB cable and plug that into the computer. Now that it's plugged into the computer, we can set it up in Microsoft Teams. So go to your device settings, scroll down to audio, and we'll set it to Meeting Owl Pro. And we'll scroll down to camera and we'll set that to Meeting Owl Pro as well. And here now we can see 2 things on the screen. We can see at the top a 360-degree view of the entire room, as well as down the bottom, the focus of the camera. So one of the benefits of this camera is that it will focus its attention on the person talking. One of the benefits of the Meeting Owl Pro is that you can adjust the settings of how it's displayed or where the camera focuses. You can do this through the companion app that you can download to your phone. So I'll take you through that process now. First, make sure you've downloaded the app to your phone. You can use the Apple Store if you're using an iPhone, or the Google Play Store if you're using an Android. Search Meeting Owl Pro, the name of the app. Once you've downloaded it, open it up. And it will immediately look for any devices that are turned on within range. So this device is the AV05, that's what it's been named. If you have any confusion about which device is which, you can always look at the bottom and it's been labeled there. So once you've found your device, you can select on it. And we have a few different options. The first one is camera controls. With the camera controls, we can lock the camera. So perhaps you don't want it to be moving around. Perhaps you might want it to just focus on a presenter at the front of the screen or on a whiteboard. In which case, go to take control and you can move the camera around and you can adjust the zoom. If you don't want to lock it anymore, you can simply select return to autofocus, and it will now go back to autofocus mode. We can also select Presenter Enhance mode. This will have the Meeting Owl Pro focus mainly on the presenter in the room and follow them around if they're moving around. And if you don't like the 360-degree panel at the top of your meeting screen, you can always select that one off. And now it'll just focus on whoever's talking in the room, again, up to 3 different presenters. One of the benefits of using the Meeting Owl Pro is that you can pair 2 of these units together to get more coverage of both the audio and your video in the room. Now, I've turned on a second device, but I haven't paired it with my first or with the computer. So let's go through that process. First, you're going to need to open up the app again. The app can now detect the 2 devices in the room, and they're labeled AV05 and AV01. Your devices may have different labels. Just remember to check them on the bottom of the device. The first thing we need to do is open up the settings for the device we have that is connected to the computer via USB. We open that up. and we will select the OWL Connect option. You can see at the top, this is our main device, and we can now select from the devices in the below list, in this case AV01. I will select that on and I will press pair. It's telling me it's successfully connected the two devices. I will select done, and you can now see a link between these two there. So now that you have these two devices paired, you can place them in two different areas in your room to get more coverage of your audio and video. If you need to disconnect them, just go back into your app and select Disconnect Pair. It'll ask you, are you sure? And select Disconnect. And now we're just using the first device. So that is how you connect your Meeting Owl Pro to your Microsoft Teams meeting and pair the two devices together. The Meeting Owl Pro is ideal for discussion-based or collaborative classroom activities, as well as teacher-led presentations where there may be some student interaction. With the option to pair two OWL devices together, this makes the Meeting Owl Pro more ideal than the Logitech, say, for medium to larger interactive classrooms. While the Meeting Owl is essentially plug-and-play technology to optimize the Meeting Owl for your teaching space, this may require some confidence with configuring the settings in the companion app. But overall, the Meeting Owl is a powerful and versatile tool for the concurrent classroom.